What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of the podcast Sitting Tall with me, Casey Ellen, and my boy, Tony Chamberlain. And today we have a very special guest coming all the way from Michigan, a Michigander, as she said. Laura, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you as well.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. So we usually kind of like to start the show with a little bit of, if you give us a little background about yourself, like if whatever you're comfortable talking about, like how you became a quadriplegic, give us the goods before, middle, after. Yeah, we want the deets. Mancha.
We got all the things. All right. So I grew up as a cheerleader. I was cheerleading in the third grade. I have three older sisters, and two of them were cheerleaders, and the other one doesn't have much rhythm, so she wasn't. Apparently I must not either. So I've been doing tumbling, and I was getting ready I was in the 8th grade, and so my sister was, me and her were taking tumbling classes and learning to do like back handsprings and back tucks and all these things for like 8 or 9 months prior to tryouts. So May 13th, 2003, beautiful day. It's like 70, sunny, had 2 hot dogs for dinner. Nice. Went in for cheerleading tryouts and, did some of the routine and stuff, went in and I was like, I'm going to nail this back tuck. And I nailed the tuck band instead. It instantly took my breath away and I haven't gotten it back yet. So I was laying there. I, was like mouthing the words, I can't breathe to people. And they're kind of like, are you sure? So
pretty sure
it was about 7 or 8 minutes before I received CPR. And so I feel very blessed that I'm still here and that, I'm still able to talk and, don't have a brain injury and all these things. So got to the hospital. I broke my neck between Tuesday and Saturday when I had my surgery. My heart stopped 7 times. So that was kind of fun. Don't really remember those times. I mean, I do remember a lot actually. I thought it was kind of funny, but not that my heart was stopping, but just like the whole thing. Not funny, just delusional. It might have been the pain months. I'm not sure. But so I, going to surgery and I didn't know at the time, but it was like 50% she's going to make it through the surgery and 50% she might not make it through the surgery. So they put a halo on me. They take my hip out and put it in my neck. So I think I call myself a butthead now. And they put the trach in. And so I was really lucky that I made it through the initial injury, through my heart stopping and through the surgery. And then they come out and tell you the fun news, They're like, hey, got good news to tell you. You're here, but you're not going to breathe, move, or walk again. And I was like, wow.
Thanks for making my day.
I just woke up, damn it.
Yeah.
I know. Paralyzed. Yeah. So I spent 7 months in the children's hospital. And I think during that time, I think when all of this, for all of us going through this, or just any initial shock, you think this is the worst thing that could ever happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go through it, you're feeling it, your family's feeling it. And probably week 2 or week 3 is where I realized I'll count my blessings because I had 14 years of being able to walk and jump and swim and hug people and do all the things. And then I still have the ability to talk with people and not initially. Thank you.
I like it.
Tipsy.
Don't worry, I tipsies all the time. So
I got the straw. I'm here with you.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. But I think, we all have to see what we're grateful for, even in the worst of times, because there was kids that were 1 year old getting paralyzed. There was kids that were burned and lost their family member. And I sat there and I thought, Laura, move your mind. It's kind of my life motto. And, do something good with it. And eventually you find the courage to keep going. You find that you laugh. I remember my sisters came in and they blew up a glove and they tied it up and they put it between my head and my halo with just the middle finger up. Like, let me know when you're pissed, or we'll let everybody know you're pissed. And I started cracking up and I was like, okay, so like I'm going through this terrible time and like here I am, still have the ability to laugh and do these things. And, I set some goals for myself and graduated high school on time and went to college and got my master's and work. Yay, we work and do things. But
adulting.
Adulting. Yeah. I can't do anything, but I still have to adult a little bit.
Hey,
So,
you're doing it right now. That's all that matters. You're doing it. We each do it at our own, or we are at our own pace.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yep.
You know?
So that's my spiel.
What level, if you don't mind me asking?
I said go big or go home, and I said C1, C2.
Oh, you were trying to show off a little bit.
I
Just a little
was
bit.
like, you know what? Screw we're not
Like
gonna go at the highest of the neck.
She was trying to be a floating head. That's what she was really attempting.
She's like, if I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sure. It took my breath away.
Yeah, you beat me. I'm 4, 5, 6. I thought I was, pretty high up there, but you took 8, girl.
Yeah, I try.
Stop showing off, Laura.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that I never got injured. So in previous interviews, most of our people that know me, I chair too also. And
I know, it's crazy.
As soon as she said cheerleader, I was like, oh, this is going to be a great interview. I can tell her.
We both made the same face. You said we both went.
So I did cheerleading for like 10 years of my life. And I am very surprised that I never got paralyzed in cheerleading, because I definitely did the same things that you talked about. Like, I've landed on my head. I landed the wrong way sometimes when I was tumbling, or I had people come down on me and hit me the wrong way. And I'm just like, oh my God, like for a second I had to like, am I okay? You know what I mean? Like I had to shake it off, and things like that happen all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. I remember one time I was spotting somebody, because I was tall, so I was always the spotter. And the girl sat on my head and I just passed out. I was like, I woke up and I'm like, oh, I think something happened.
That's
so for those that don't know, a spotter is a person that pretty much watches the stunt and makes sure that the from the top doesn't fall to their death. They're supposed to catch them or something, and that's what usually happens for a spotter. You're like, oh, all right, here they come. You got to catch them in any way possible, and hopefully they don't kill you in the process. You know what I mean?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I've learned a lot about cheer throughout this podcast with Tony. So I'm on my cheer journey. I'm trying. I love it.
You can cheer when you're a roller.
Oh, this is a lot more intense than I thought it was with cheer. I didn't know cheer was so like it's a sport. Obviously, it is a sport.
Yeah.
Dude, it is a sport.
It's so much more.
It should be a sport, labeled a sport.
It's so much more intense than what you like when you don't know anything about it. Like, I just think it's dancing, pom-poms, all that kind of stuff. But when, after meeting Tony and some of our guests that we've had, and that's just ironic that you happen to be a cheerleader. That's funny how that kind of worked out. Yeah. Tony's lit up.
As soon as she said it, I was like, yes, it's my world right here. This is great.
Yeah. I like to think I'm a great cheerleader, crappy at back tucks. I still cheer people on just sitting down now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually still kind of doing it. Like every once in a while, I'll go. A friend of mine, she coaches high school cheer, and I'll stop in once in a while to like help them with like runner practice or something like that. So I'm still kind of involved, and I love that because once you have so much knowledge in something, it's just hard to give up. Like I can't really physically do it anymore, but I love to go and show people how to still be safe and like do it the right way and technique and all that stuff. So
absolutely, very cool.
Yeah, gotta keep going with it,
Absolutely, totally.
So I see on your Instagram you like the mouth paint. You did a little mouth painting.
Oh yeah.
Is that kind of your
jam? Masterpiece.
So I had not painted in like 2 years probably. So I just was like, all right, obviously my friend called me up. I had been thinking about him. He's like, hey, you want to paint? I was like, I'd love to paint. And so I did last year. I did a painting with Twist, and so I did do that. But I hadn't done like my own personal painting. So yeah, it was something I was excited to do again.
Yeah, I got into painting for a little bit, for probably a couple of years after my accident. I started doing just kind of shoving the paintbrush in my wrist brace and just seeing what happens. And I had a nice little business going for a little while. It was made a good little profit. Made some money off my paintings, which was kind of cool. I know Tony does a little painting as well.
I was going to say, you were off on me, because once I saw you painting, I was like, oh my God, that sounds like it brought me back to my childhood, because I used to love to like draw and paint and things like that. And when I saw him doing it, I was like, that's especially during the pandemic when we couldn't go do anything. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to break out some canvas and just play around. And I haven't done it in a while, but it definitely inspired me to get back into like doing it again.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think these are things we can do, and we're like, we'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta
we're limited, man.
Maximize our we got.
Exactly.
Our ability. It's not like any of us are going for a run. So
that is
just an
drinks. Although I like to say, like, even if I could walk, I'm not running. Like, those people look miserable.
I know.
Like, I'll do
I used to
like
hate seeing
jog.
runners. I'm like, stop. Like, why? What are you running for? There's no need.
Yeah, yeah.
They like
Exactly.
I was a runner. I used to run, so I can admit that it
Okay,
was
so
pretty.
so
It
get
was
off the
pretty
screen now,
stupid.
sir.
It was
Get
pretty dumb. It wasn't really. I used to go running. It was going.
exactly.
again,
I'm
was
going.
someone chasing you?
To plead
Maybe.
the fifth.
Probably.
I plead the fifth.
Maybe
No, he was
we'll
just
have to
running
talk
away from like
offline.
relationships and stuff like
Yeah,
that. That's what he was trying to do.
Running
away.
away from my responsibilities.
Oh,
And
Oh.
it's a built-in ride.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like a built-in. It's like a built-in. We're
Roller
built-in
coaster.
theme parks. We have our own
Absolutely.
kind of. It's like sit on my lap, see what happens.
What?
What did I just
Insert 1 quarter. Let's go.
Who wants
A pony ride. Yeah.
And then I saw you were at the beach. Was that the first time back at the beach, or in a while, or?
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry
it's
about
cool.
that.
No, it's
No, that's fine.
no.
You do you. What you gotta do.
Sorry. Water break.
Don't apologize. Like I said,
Yeah,
it happens to the best
listen,
of us. We all need,
Shit.
to get things sometimes.
This
Happens.
is the safe podcast.
Exactly.
This is the safe. This is the I like it.
Yeah, this
We
is
all come with wheels. We know how to ride.
no. This is, we make
so-
puns. We make wheelchair puns all day.
Keep it humorous, right?
Yeah. So I have been to the beach and ocean before, but I had not been like put my feet in the ocean in like since I was like 18 years old. So I was like, I
Yeah.
want to go to the beach. And so we just got in my manual chair and my carryover and friend and my mom and dad were like, let's do it. And they're like pushing me in big wheels first. We got to roll backwards. So we like kind of got in the water a little bit. And I just was really grateful like to be able to do that again. And I just, it's funny because we all know it takes a village. And so I was grateful that, they're like, all right, they're like sweating and hustling, trying to get me like my feet in the water for a little bit. But I was really excited and I'm like, okay, Laura, people are gonna be like, why is this person crying at the beach? Because I was like, just so happy.
Or loves the beach. That's a
beach.
I know.
Say it loud, say it proud, say it with your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, first, I mean, I said it loud for a person that can't breathe,
Exactly.
I'm actually. I was just gonna say I'm very impressed that you're able to talk because when they I had the trach, the vent like on the vent. I was on the vent for a few months, and when they had it, I was communicating with clicks. I was like, that's how I had to, if I needed someone's attention or something. And it's like water. And I'm like, I could spell it. I'm like trying to spell it out, and I was not good at the.
Should have did the blinks.
Yeah.
Clicking. I blinked for the first, like when I first broke my neck, I had the tube down my mouth. So I had like a board with the ABCs on it. And I blinked out like, I want to take a shower. Like, girl, you're not taking a shower for 22 years. So, I mean, not really, but I'm saying like, well, kind of really. But I'm saying like,
I'm with
like
you.
delirious blinking. But I did not speak well for a long time. I couldn't speak at all for probably a month or two. And then the first time I spoke, I was like, I love you. And my sister was like, is she going to sound like that forever?
Oh,
And
thanks, sis.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
Well, it really tells you where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she gonna sound like that forever? Oh my gosh. She's alive and talking, damn it.
Yes. It's
because
funny.
your
My
voice
friend,
sounds very strong. It's very
yes.
Yeah.
My friend actually told me, she goes, you speak like better even than like 5 or 10 years ago. And I'm like, I think so too. Listen, I was not going to let paralysis stop me from my two favorite things, talking and eating. I was determined.
Talking, so eating. So what would be the favorite thing of yours to eat?
Listen, what's not a favorite thing I like to eat? Okay,
I like her already.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yep, I like.
Mushrooms.
Give me the chicken tendies. Give me a
What about
cheeseburger.
like mushrooms or just like like mushrooms like beef stroganoff mushrooms?
All of the above I can't eat.
All of the above. Okay.
I've learned this all of the hard ways.
You find these things out.
You find them out.
Yeah.
So chicken tenders, that's a go-to. That's a quick little.
Yeah. I've never been a mozzarella stick I don't like.
Oh my god,
ranch.
me either. I love mozzarella sticks.
Making me hungry right now.
Now you guys get me hungry. I know. What the heck, man?
I got Taco Tuesday coming today, baby.
Ooh.
Taco Tuesday.
Okay. That sounds good.
I like that.
Now, what's your
Papa
favorite
Carl.
meals?
Oh my god, what isn't my favorite meal?
Right?
I would have to say, like, I couldn't wait to get out of the hospital, and the first thing I think I had to have was a fries. Like, that's like my go-to, man. And I just wanted to have a burger and fries to the face so badly, like I couldn't wait. And once I got home, that's the first thing I did. I was like, all right, guys, hit up whatever burger place is close, and let's go. Let's do this.
Love it.
Ironically, like my first thing I ate solid food, and like I'm not even a big fast food guy, but the first thing I had, it's me on those stupid shakes forever, and
Yeah.
then the first thing I ate was McDonald's. I had a cheeseburger, nuggets, and fries, and that was just heaven.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But
Yep.
like if I had to go now, I'm a rice and beans and steak or chicken, and
Yeah.
I could live on that every day
Yeah.
in my life. Give me some rice and beans.
I mean, it sounds
See, I
good.
need
Yeah.
to mix it up a little. I don't get me wrong, I like rice and beans, but like I need a variety.
Oh,
My
yeah.
first meal when I broke my neck was, or after, like I couldn't eat or drink anything for a month. And then I was on tube feedings for about 3 months until I was like, I want to eat again. But I had Wendy's chicken nuggets and a Frosty. And I had like 3 bites because I feel like your stomach shrinks after not eating.
Oh
hungry.
yeah, big
Oh,
time.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My
And so I had
appetite
like
is
2
not the
bites at a
same.
time. But oh my, did it taste delish.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like food. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that stuff hits different when you don't. And you're right. It feels. I think my stomach definitely did shrink because I do not have
Yeah.
the same appetite as I used to. I used to
Definitely.
be able to house a Chinese. You know when you get the Chinese special, like you get a combination platter. I'd eat that whole thing. Now that thing will last me 2-3 days.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Listen, I wouldn't fit in my wheelchair if I ate how I really wanted to. You know.
You're gonna need the big body wheelchair if that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. The big booty Judy. I can't. I can't.
The
Yeah,
big booty
like that.
Get Elon Musk to make us some Tesla wheelchairs or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Go
God.
off roading. Go to
Oh, my
sleep.
God.
Not you guys. Sorry.
Oh, I was
Go-
like, wait a minute, what? Am
My
I
phone was
using
like
voice-
pushing
right now?
Voice,
buttons.
voice.
It was like pushing
Yeah,
buttons. It was like, you're leaving this thing. I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
yeah. I
Like,
do
no,
this whenever I use voice control. People are like, "Are you talking?" I'm like, "I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my phone." They're like, well,
I said
"Okay."
go home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like go home. It's like they go back, or like
Yeah.
you're texting somebody and you're saying like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" And then somebody starts talking to you. It's like, no, no, no.
I'm talking about-
Sorry to be rude, but I'm not talking to you.
I don't like to talk to real people. I like to talk to technology.
That's-
Okay.
You're too much. Now go home.
Exactly.
I was talking to you that time.
So you said, where did you go to college? And you got
I
your
went to
master's, right?
Medina University.
Is
It's
that
like
Michigan?
in Michigan. And so I got my bachelor's in business and administration. I said, let's round it up and go get my master's for my business administration. And then I
Very
forgot
nice.
that when you graduate, you have to go to work. And I was like, should have strung this out a little longer.
Should have went and got that PhD. You know.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Might as well, right? Keep it going.
Exactly. But then I worked for a while in marketing, customer relations. And then in 2019, I was like, I think I'm done with this.
Oh,
Oh, so
So
you
I
did
ran for-
marketing for a little bit. You said.
Yep, marketing and yeah. And so I worked for my family business, and I was like, I see enough of you people. So I went and then became Miss Wheelchair Michigan 2020 and 2021 because of the pandemic. Listen, I didn't wear my tiara today, but
you should have.
maybe pull it out.
I might put my tiara on if we're rocking tiaras here.
I took mine
listen.
away. It's in a box somewhere right now.
Oh, dang. Come on, Tony.
That's awesome.
Sorry.
Miss Wheelchair.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I didn't even know they had that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's really.
They got
I-
do they have Mr. Wheelchair? Because you know what I'm saying.
I know, right? I
Casey,
was like,
feel-
Just
Tony?
I was like, we need to look into this case. Like, I
I'm
feel
just
like
saying,
we're getting looked over a lot. I don't like it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Mr. Wheelchair.
Come on, look at this
sound-
face. This face
I-
belongs on some kind of beautiful magazine
I-
or something
I-
like that. you know?
A poster, maybe a mug
Oh,
or
a mug.
something, maybe a T-shirt.
But with
Oh yes.
Well,
here,
Hey,
say
I'm there.
less.
Mm.
No, but seriously, I'm gonna look at Mr. Wheelchair. That
I
just
think
sounds
they
like a
do
cool
have
little
Mr.
title.
Wheelchair.
Oh my God.
I
Yeah,
swear.
this is something we're gonna look
is
into.
Is it by like a statewide, or is it like Mr. Wheelchair
is.
USA kind of thing, or like?
So it's state by state, and then they do have a Miss Wheelchair USA. And I'll say the coolest part about it was meeting, just the most incredible women in wheelchairs across the country that I never would have met had I not done. Like I love what the organization stands for. I'm not, I never pictured myself as a pageant girl.
Mhm.
And so I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. And they finally asked me, and then I quit my job and was like looking for something. And I was like, oh, cool, I'd love to do that. And it was
Awesome.
such an amazing experience, and I'm so glad I did it. I met just the most incredible women with just the most. They all have, we all have like a platform that we, you know, stand
Yeah.
for or sit down for or
Mm,
rally up for. I'm like stand for. We don't really do that.
zing.
But so that was really cool. But I feel like you guys should check out Mr. Wheelchair. We got
Shoot.
2 sassy contenders I'd like to vote for.
I might have to look into that. You know what I mean? Just to get some.
Absolutely.
We got to fluff up our podcast
Or we
somehow.
gotta
You
get
know what I mean?
our
Yeah,
resume,
we gotta get our ratings up there.
Yeah,
You know.
seriously, Mr. Wheelchair. Introducing Sitting Tall with Mr. Wheelchair, Tony and Casey.
And we come out like the goofiest
Yeah,
guys.
wear tuxedos to that
Oh my
episode.
god, like the Step Brothers thing, you know? Oh, I like that.
Yeah, 100%. You guys interviewing as a tandem?
Yeah.
Hello, Miss Lady.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Oh my god, so
Wait,
good.
who's gonna fart though?
Who's what?
Remember in Step Brothers where it's like,
Oh, I'll fart. That's
Oh
fine.
my god, yes, that's definitely him. Yeah, I can see that happen. Yeah.
I can't control it. When it's coming, I'm just like, fart's on its way, and
yep.
there it
Can
is.
you feel it?
Yeah, I can feel my whole body, like from my nipples down. It's like I can't feel pain or temperature, so I can
Okay.
feel pressure and stuff. So like, I can feel it building up. It's either, and I try to tell people, like, you're either gonna get a fart or maybe a little bit of poop.
I was just about to say the same thing. I was like, I don't know about it.
Playing a dangerous game.
Yeah,
but
but
Could
we
be
are
a shit
definitely.
show, could be not.
Yeah, mostly it's a nice little, I can give you a little.
I feel like every time you do that, you should be like, I can feel it coming. Yeah, tonight.
Be like a
Yeah,
theme
like,
song.
Hold
for
on.
You
me.
have it ready. Yeah, you gotta have it ready.
Yeah,
And
like
that's when
that's
you
like
fart.
a perfect song, you know?
I should time it. I should
Oh
sing
my
it.
god.
I can feel it, and then be like, "Oh Lord," and then be like, "Yeah, I think okay, I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna go for that."
Oh my god, the things we talk about on here is great.
We just like to have a good time, people.
Exactly. It's just funny.
Just because we're in a wheelchair, everybody farts.
Of course,
Exactly.
of course.
We just can't stop it from happening.
Exactly.
I like to say, yeah, click. I like to say, if you're not crapping yourself one time in your life, you're not living life.
I mean,
Real.
we've all done it. Like I pooped my pants before I was paralyzed. So I mean, what was my excuse then? It was just
Oh my god.
Yeah.
playing
Shit
a
does
dangerous
happen. I
game.
love that. I want to get a shirt
Yeah.
like that. Shit happens because it happens.
Just a little poop emoji. Just,
Yeah. You know.
Do not
Easy.
show my mom this podcast. She's like, Laura Michelle.
Oh my god,
how
you're
do you
talking
talk about that?
about farting on TV.
Farting.
You need to be a lady when you're on there. You know what I mean?
Fuck it.
Drop it deuces.
Yeah.
This is why we love our podcast. Like literally, we talk about anything and everything. We don't
I do
hold
what I
back.
want.
Yeah,
I love
why
it.
not?
You guys are awesome.
I could do it myself,
I-
asshole.
oh, thank you. You're
Yeah.
awesome. You know that? You're awesome.
You know what? Thank you.
No,
Okay,
you're awesome.
we're all a little awesome.
So, do you still keep in contact with like everybody from like the pageants? Do you have like a little buddy chat or anything with any of them?
We have and there's actually like a women's quad group online too that some of them are in, and so that's cool. But then I like just the women's quad group on Facebook and stuff because
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, we get deep in there and we talk about the real stuff. So I'm
Yeah, you
grateful for
gotta.
that.
Hmm.
Yes.
I always say
Did
you
guys-
definitely need some kind of support group when you're out doing our life. You know what I mean? You need to talk to somebody. Like I constantly go on like I forget the name of the group in Facebook, but it's like a spinal cord injury like support group, and they give you good life hacks and everything, which it's great to read about because like these are things that I probably wouldn't think about on my own. So it's nice to actually have something to reach out to. So
Sometimes those groups I don't really like them. Because everybody's so negative in the group.
A lot of people are negative, yeah.
And I'll ask like a question. It's like asking about like my nerve pain, and they're just like, "Oh, you should be happy you feel pain." And I was just like, "What the fuck?" I was
right.
I
Oh my
wasn't
God.
asking.
You feel the
Wasn't asking for that. I was just asking for.
Listen, I
anybody
thought
had
this
any-
was a safe space.
Yeah, I thought
Like what's going on here? Like
my body's on fire now. I want to I want to kill myself. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
I have a question because this is how my body feels. And I've
Shoot
asked
it
other
up.
quads and paraplegics, whatever.
Mhm.
My body feels like it fell asleep, like tingly, like the nerve pain used to like at the beginning I took like nerve blockers and all this stuff and it's like doesn't hurt as bad 22 years later. But
Yeah.
like my body just like I remember like sitting on my leg before I broke my neck and I'm like, oh my gosh, my foot fell asleep. And you like shake your leg. Like, does your body feel like that or is that just me?
I'm kind of like my body feels like it's like on fire all the time. Like you seen
Tingly and
that
hot.
yeah, you seen that movie Inside Out, and the angry emoji when he's like and like fire
Yes.
coming out of his head.
That's
That's
your
just kind of how
constant
my body.
character?
But that's my body 24/7. Like I feel like my legs, like they just feel everything just feels heavy, and like it's just the nerve. It's just like it's like I
How
feel like
long?
I got hurt in 2013, so I'm going on 12 years this year.
Okay. What about you, Tony?
So I've been going since 2018. So this is going to be my 7th year coming up. I think in May next month. Actually,
Okay.
is my what do we call this? What life anniversary?
Life Day.
Life
D-
Day. Yeah, you know that's it's coming up.
I call it D-Day. You know, the day that would live in infamy.
When
Yeah,
we
you all
got disabled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
D-Day for
For
disabled.
some of us, it's the rebirth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
My reincarnation, a butterfly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Do you feel?
so I can go into it. I'm a complete spinal cord injury, so like I don't really feel anything from below my waist. But the things that I do have nerve damage that I do constantly feel, not every second of the day, but I definitely feel them. They'll shoot once in a while, and I think a lot of my pain just builds up from just sitting in a chair all day. Like I feel like a lot of pressure builds up, and like that's I guess the pain that I feel most days. But yeah, I don't have the whole fiery pain like Case does. You know what I mean? Like I just have a lot of aching pain.
Yeah. Like I get the fiery pain that you're talking. Like it used to drive me literally insane.
Yeah.
Like it feels like tingling. For me, it's like tingling hot, and I get the on fire feeling. It used to really like mess with my brain. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
after as long as I've had it, like I was able to get off all of my nerve pain pills.
Oh, yeah, take too
and
much.
So, yeah. Well, I actually, crazy enough, had a pinched nerve 3 or 4 years ago. And at C3, I was like, well, this is a crock of shit because I'm paralyzed at C1, C2. And I was like screaming, crying in pain. And what ended up it being was I was dating this guy at the time. He's like, your headrest looks like it's like pushing your neck forward. And so I've been on gabapentin, taking like pain pills. I had never taken pain pills in, 17 years or something. And it just was horrible. And like, so he moves the headrest back. And I like to say the pain was gone, and so was he. So
2 for 1.
Yes, exactly. I was like, well, the neck pain's gone. So maybe that's the reason. Thank you, person. I was so grateful. Like that, like legit fixed my neck, and I got off the.
Thank you for your service. That was thank you.
Yes.
And I'll see you later.
Yeah.
I like how she flipped the script on us with asking us questions. That was cool.
I mean, I feel like it happens more and more with our.
I like it. You just mentioned how it is dating because it's a dumpster fire. I hate it. So I just wanted to know how it's a rough ride. Yeah.
Rough ride isn't the word.
I mean, honestly, at some point you just gotta be pretty blunt. And they're like, well, how paralyzed are you? I was like,
just a little bit.
The only dance move I have is Night at the Roxbury. So
I love it. That's the best one.
Which is a pretty solid move to still have, though.
Guys, I still can't even do it hardly. That's how
listen,
paralyzed.
you're doing it enough.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are so nice.
Listen, everybody has their moves. You know what I mean?
Cheer is our game.
Cheer is the game. You know what I mean? Just saying.
Sweet.
She's got like a whole squad over there. She's like, all right, you do this.
It's like, should I tell him about that one time in Vegas?
No, I like someone came in and she was like, nope.
You gotta love the people that like when we're interviewing, like sometimes like you'll see people in the background and you're just like, hey, who's that? Bring him on in.
It's like, whose hand is that?
It just like comes on the screen. Bottle? It's like, hey, okay, all right.
Oh, these are my own hands, actually. I'm not paralyzed.
See, it's a joke. Okay.
I knew it.
I see how it is.
Everybody says, like, oh, you're just faking for attention. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
We do need our attention.
Stab me in the leg.
Somebody wrote that on one of my Instagram posts. They said I was faking for like the tickets that I got. I had like good seats at a basketball game. They said, are you just fake for the good seats? And I was just like,
I'm faking for the good seats all the time.
I will murder you. I'll sit in the rafters for some leg movement, bro.
Oh my God. I can't believe somebody would say that. Like, come on.
Yeah, people suck.
People on the internet always are like, you're faking. I was like, come stab me and want me to look.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Coming in.
Magic.
Hello, what do you call it? Mystery hand?
It. Where was it?
Oh, it. I like
family?
it. Yeah.
Thank you, Michelle. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, Michelle. Nice to see you.
She's great. So do you guys have people that come in and help you?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a 24-hour, like it's not a 24-hour person, but I just have multiple people throughout the day. I have like, 2 or 3 people, they rotate throughout the day.
Yes. Okay, me too. Wait,
Yeah.
how'd you break your neck?
Me? I had a diving accident at the beach. I was
Oh.
paused for a second because I was going to try to say something cool, but I always wanted a cooler story. I feel like my story wasn't
You
like,
need to start writing some stuff down so we can
like I
change
fell
it
out
up.
of, like I was saving a kitten out of a tree, or like I rescued everybody. I was at 9/11 and I saved all those people.
Oh
Like,
man, now that's a story right there.
yeah.
Now, when you broke your neck, were you like, "Son of a beach"?
Yeah.
I like
no,
it.
Not really.
no, I was
The puns are real.
I just dove into the water and it happened and I was like, oh shit. I
Yeah.
did something really bad, and I hope somebody could see me because I don't know where I am. And
Oh my God.
I'm under the water, and I'm like, can't breathe, and I'm just like, oh, somebody fucking get me. So luckily, the lifeguards came and got me and stuff like that. So,
Oh, geez. What
Yeah.
about you, Tony?
Oh, I was
We're
in
sharing
a.
story.
No, yeah, that's fine. I think we always talk about this every time we have a new
what's your
guest.
toy story?
So my toy story is that let me see, what can I come up with now? I'm just kidding. I had a motorcycle accident. I was coming around a corner that I wasn't too familiar with, and it was
You
late.
got to be like Superman though, so that was
I
pretty
did,
cool.
and I Supermaned, but I was Supermaning in the dark because I blacked out. No idea what happened. I just remember hitting a curb really quickly and then waking up, looking at the stars, going, "Oh, it wasn't too bad," because I couldn't feel anything. I was like, "Oh, I thank God I'm okay." Then I tried getting up, and that didn't work out.
Oh no.
Yeah, so good thing I had my phone next to me, because if I didn't have my phone, I probably would have bled out and wouldn't be here talking to you beautiful people right now. You know?
Oh, geez.
Yeah. But things happen for a reason, and I believe that.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Okay, Case, you need to exit stage right now.
I gotta go.
I think one of the best things that we learned throughout all of this is people are like, I could never. I mean, like people write on my thing that have made themselves, and I'm like, one.
Oh my God.
I'm like, okay, like I get why you think that, but like honestly, when you have this happens, like I can't move anything or breathe. I understand that you're like, I could never live like that. You know what the truth is like, damn, I'm strong.
Yeah.
Like you're strong, I'm strong. Like these are situations that you never imagined that you could live through, and that you live a beautiful life. Like I live a beautiful life. I was at the beach. Okay, like I can't do
Right?
everything I want to, but
Toes
like
in
I
the
feel
water,
so-
motherfucker.
Yes, I got my toes in the water.
And ass in the chair.
Yep, not a word in the world.
I
Maybe
I do-
in somebody's hand.
I gotta say, I do get that a lot about people saying like, "Oh my God, you're handling this situation very well," and I'm just like, "Handling what situation?" I was like, "I mean, shit happens, and like that's how life is. No matter what it is, no matter what you're going through, always something's gonna happen in your life, and it's gonna probably change like your outcome. But like you gotta learn to live with whatever happened and keep moving forward." You know, what I mean, I must admit, there is a lot of people that probably have a more darker time when it comes to this, but like this is why we do this, is to try to stay positive and keep pushing this forward, to like maybe somebody sees this video and goes, oh wow, these people are inspiring enough to like push me forward because I was in a dark place. Because I do believe that there are a lot of people that put themselves in a dark space, and that's why I'm glad that we keep doing this and pushing the positive.
Absolutely.
You never really know what you can handle until you get kind of put in a situation. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Sorry to cut you off there, Laura.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're so right, both of you. I'm grateful for what you guys do, because what you put out is, I mean, you put out inspiration to people that, like you said, are going through a hard time, and I do believe too that like everybody's worst moment is their worst moment. I don't care if you broke your neck. I don't care if you lost your job, but you got divorced, something happened. And I always say, if you haven't had that moment in your life that has totally shattered what you thought was your future, you will. And I hate not to be like Debbie Downer, but like, and you'll make it through it, and you come out stronger, and you get like a weird sense of humor from it. So that's a benefit.
Yeah, well, I feel like we all get like morbid sense of humors once you become like in this situation, because
Yes.
I feel like, I don't know about you, but I feel like I use humor a lot to like disarm people, like to kind of make people feel comfortable. Like, I don't know, my therapist tells me I should not have to make people feel comfortable, but I do just feel like, I feel like if I make somebody laugh, or like I make a joke about being in a wheelchair, or make a joke about not using my legs, like it'll make them laugh. Like, oh man, look at, he's laughing, he's still just living. Like, So I feel like it helps disarm maybe strangers or people you haven't seen in a while. And
Yeah, it puts them at ease because a lot of people don't know how to react,
Act.
like, act around us. And I still see that nowadays, you know what I mean? Like, they approach me with like, oh, like, I don't know how to, like, I'm like, just, hey, I'm a normal person. Just come at me. Like, there's no special way to do it. Just do it.
Take off the training wheels and talk to me, baby.
Exactly. I'm still here. I'm still rocking and rolling. So let's go.
Yeah. I always laugh because
mostly rolling.
Mostly rolling, yes. I laugh when people try shaking my hand. I'm like, they're just for looks. Okay.
People reach out to give you like a handshake and they don't know what to do. So I just give them like the bones. I give them the knuckles.
Yeah, I'll have people give me knuckles too.
Yeah.
Like, just give me a fist bump, bro. We're good.
Just fist bump my forehead, right? Just
dude, I saw a video the other day and it just reminded me of what you guys are talking about. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but this little girl had, she didn't have any arms. So she was breaking a board. She was like in a karate class with her foot. And as soon as she broke the board, the guy goes like this to like slap hands. And he's like, I'm so sorry.
I saw that video.
Oh my God, it's so funny. It made me crack up because he just didn't know what to do there. He's like, oh shit. Because it's your normal reaction, I mean, that's pretty much how you do with everybody. Like, 25 or whatever, but some people just can't, you know what I mean? So
I do like making people feel awkward. I do enjoy making people feel very weird. With like, if I make like a dark joke about something with the paralysis or anything to do with it, I just make like, if you make it and you just make people, I love making people feel uncomfortable.
Me too. Sometimes I'm like, what are you staring at?
Oh, wow. You hit people pretty hard with that one. If you do a serious face with it, they're like, what? They don't know how to react. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's funny too, is where like my friends, excuse me, and someone's like, what do you want? And I'm like, hi. And then they're like, oh, sorry.
Gosh.
You can go ahead. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You can go in front of me.
Yeah. I'll say this, and I truly mean this, is that I feel, and I think about people with our disabilities are very like, you can notice it. People catch on. And I'll say like 95, 98% of the time, people are so kind. They're like, let me try to help you, or let me, and I'm like, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Like, let me hold the door for you. And I appreciate that. Now you have the other 2% where you're like, that was the weirdest interaction and they were really rude.
I think I live in the 2%. That's all I got to say. Because in our neck of the woods, for me, I don't know about you, Case, but from our neck, like a lot of people, like they're very helpful, but there are other people that I'm just like, really? You didn't hold that door for me? Like, you're such a douche. Like, come on, like stupid things like that.
People like hit my chair, and my chair is heavy.
Yeah,
you felt that. Like, you can say sorry. Like, I know you're gonna have a bruise on your shin when you go home.
Like, they just keep walking. They're like,
workers are. It's not
another level.
I'm not gonna lie. New Yorkers are. I've been in New York twice, and it's like paralyzed or not, they're like, we do not care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we're running and hustling around you.
We don't give a fuck about.
No. I mean,
that's the best.
Whatever. They got their earbuds in. They're doing them.
Doing their thing.
So I guess they're just treating me like everybody else.
Yeah, I guess. New Yorkers are fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Bostonians.
Trust me. Nice ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We live in the where that just happens a lot, and we're just used to it. So like when I actually go elsewhere, it's like the Southern hospitality. I somebody the other day that was from
I forgot where it was. Nice.
Oh yeah, everything they wanted to do, and like they wanted to do everything for. I'm like, listen, it's all good. I can do some stuff myself. It's all good. I mean, I appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here they just. Like I have a friend that really pushes my buttons sometimes, and he's like, "You ain't helpless. Like, let's go, motherfucker!" Like he pushes. I like that. And I'm like, "You right? You know what I mean?" And that's kind of what you need in your life sometimes.
I want a nice Southern belle in my life. That's what
I do too. But
maybe are we all moving to like Texas or something?
Oh my God. There's a community that we're trying to build.
Not with this current administration. I do not want to go to a southern state.
You don't want to have fun down there?
I want to figure out what's going on with the Social Security thing and insurance Medicaid thing first because I'm a little nervous.
I'm going to make sure I'm secure.
I was talking about my therapist about that today. I was getting a little nervous about Social Security might going away at some point. Then how am I going to live?
How you going to
live? How do I live?
Without you.
I love it, Tony.
Yes.
Listen,
me and Case are all about music. So like if somebody comes in here with a line, we're probably gonna, react.
That's care. That's Leanne Rhymes right there, right?
Right. Yeah.
So it's like one word and then you're singing a song in your head.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Sometimes.
100%. Either that or a movie quote. That's what comes to my head
Yeah,
all the
Yeah.
time.
mostly quotes.
Mhm.
I life. That's what I speak fluent. I put that on my dating profile. I speak fluent in movie quotes.
Love it.
It must not be hitting because I don't really get any inbox hits.
Mhm.
Fucking online
Dating,
dating. I feel like even for able-bodied folks, dating is terrible right now because online dating is like window shopping, and it really
Yeah.
dehumanizes the whole situation, and it's just you're looking at a picture and you're trying to figure out if you would like. Yeah, I like the face-to-face interactions.
agreed.
You pick up my sarcasm a little better,
Oh,
my sense of
100%.
humor.
This is
Because
what I was just talking to you about before we jumped out here.
sarcasm really doesn't hit when you
Yeah,
text people.
not at all.
Sometimes
No.
you kind of come across like an asshole, but
Guys, I hate to be an asshole, but I gotta plug in my laptop. Give me 1 second.
oh, come
Keep
on,
talking
man.
now. I'm sorry.
This is goddamn ridiculous. The professionalism in this fucking place.
I'm not a professional.
I am not a Mexican.
I
Sorry.
try to be professional, but I'm not.
Look at you wheeling around, showing off.
Hey,
Right?
you stop it over there. Don't make
Yeah.
me come to New York.
Look at him. Look at this guy showing off with his hands, Lori.
I know, man. God, we got it. You have arms that
You're
move.
putting your own headphones on.
Listen, guys, don't make me feel bad.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll say I'm so irritating, but I laugh because I'm like, listen, when either God gives me a miracle or there's someone with a bright brain that comes up with, a way to cure. I was like, listen, I'm not greedy, people. If I could just breathe and move my arms and itch my face, I'll take it. I don't need my legs yet.
Mhm.
I'll save that for another time.
I say walking's overrated in my opinion.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, just give me just one hand. I'll be fine.
Yes. But I always feel like it's different for everybody. Like, quads want to move their arms, pairs want to move their leg, or have.
I just want to be able to pee and poop myself. You know what I mean? That'd be wonderful. I don't give a shit about walking. I just want to pee and poop myself.
That's why people agree.
Exactly.
I'm privacy of a nice poop.
Right. You just
I'm pooping on my bed like I'm a dog. Like I'm like pooping like an animal, like in these papers. Like I was just a nice toilets.
Toilets.
Or a nice. I haven't showered in a long time. That'd be nice.
Oh my god.
Me neither.
Yeah, don't you miss it?
I thought it smelled a little bit here.
I miss just like sitting under the water, and just letting it hit you. Like that I could do that. Just give me once every years. I'll take it.
Agreed. Without it going down my lungs.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I had like a panic attack one time, and people are like, "Well, how do you bath?" I'm like, "Listen, I get a bubble bath in bed, and I call it a day. I am clean. I'm
get a nice little sponge bath."
Yes, but I had a really bad experience, and so I was like, "Nope, not going to do that again."
Hey, listen.
And then
understandable.
Shower free.
Yeah. Listen, stranger danger. Understand.
Yes.
Stranger danger.
Yeah, for real.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else, Laura, that we should know about you? Any fun before we be out? We hit the peace button.
I'll say this is that when we have something like this happen, you think of all the things you can't do anymore, right? You're like, I can't do that, I can't do this. And last year was my year of adventures. And last year I went ice skating for the first time. I got into a pool, hot tub. Apparently I float. I went zip lining. I went into a 4-seater airplane, and I bet Jelly Roll, baby. Okay.
Oh, you bet Jelly Roll.
Nice.
God,
love
damn
him.
it. I'm so jealous. I want to hug that man. I want him to sing me a song. His
He's
music,
incredible.
the pain, and like I relate to all his songs. God, I'm so jealous of you right now.
Yes. No, he's incredible.
I had a year.
And I thought,
why does everybody meet artists and we don't? What the hell's wrong with it? He met Jimmy Fallon. I'm kind of jealous that he met Jimmy Fallon. That's all I gotta say. I haven't met a celebrity.
Well,
sorry. I guess I'm cool enough, because I got hands and arms, so like nobody likes me.
Exactly.
They're like, he's fine. He's got half his body. He's fine.
Ma, the meatloaf.
He's legit making meatloaf.
I never know what she's doing back there. The meatloaf. What is she doing back there?
Oh my god, I love it. I love
never
it.
know what she's doing back there. But no, I love. That's a good way to end it. Like you're right. Like you got to find the things you can do, not the things you can't do. And
absolutely,
that's kind of how me and Tony try to live. And that's why we podcast. We bring people on and get people to share their stories. And because I feel like we sometimes get overlooked in society, and like even just like in the podcast world, I don't really see many spinal cord injury podcast people like trying to, you know, just because we're not doing this to try to, we're not going to get famous. The podcast world
We're
is,
trying to get rich. Come on,
you
my
know,
guy.
we're just here. Just this is like our another therapy session for us. We get to
100%.
talk, and we meet people like you, and it just we grow our community, and we're just trying to spread positivity as much as we can. You know.
No, I love what you guys do. Thank you for putting like a little goodness, a little sass, a little funny, a little realness. Like
Yeah.
we might be paralyzed, but we got a lot to say.
That's
Okay.
right.
Brain's not paralyzed yet.
That's right, bitches. So
Yeah.
you better listen. Listen.
Better recognize.
Recognize. Ooh, I like that.
Love it.
That's my honey boo boo. Not. I'm never original. Everything I say is from something.
You
So,
better recognize.
Yeah. But no, it was great having you on, Laura. I'm sure we're gonna stay in contact now, and once the episode comes out, you share that son of a bitch, and we'll spread the
Always.
word.
Let it ride.
All right,
And-
you guys. I gotta follow you guys both on.
Yes, we'll send you
100%.
I follow the
socials.
podcast.
Send you
I follow
socials.
you, Casey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you
I
find me.
think I
I'm
just
like-
started following you today because I didn't know about you prior to this interview. So I'm glad to know you. And yes, I did.
I slid in the DMs. No biggie.
He does
Yeah,
the
so
DMs.
big.
I do in person, and then once I get to know the
Yeah.
person, I'm like, oh, I need to add them to my socials.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
cool. Well, I'll
Well-
add you guys back, and it's so awesome talking to you guys. You guys have a lovely Taco Tuesday. I'm
I
gonna
will.
go eat some meatloaf.
Hell
And
yeah.
just want
Meatloaf.
fuck, I never know what she's doing back there. But just want to thank our sponsor again, Seven Bros Apparel, and keep an eye out for the next episode. Hope you guys have a good one.
Yeah.
All right.